Welcome to HBD Sports. It's Money, it's Clyde, it's Ronnie James, Mike Britt, baby. We're gonna talk a little wrestling today. You ready, brother?
Oh yeah, I'm ready for Wrestlemania.
First we got Clyde, baby. WrestleMania weekend.
That's right, baby. I've been walking around the house like a cocky peacock. Maybe like Michael P.S. Hayes or something, baby.
You're looking good, baby. So it's WrestleMania Friday here in Louisville, Kentucky, brother. We got a special show planned for everybody today. All WrestleMania talk today. We scrapped the rest of the game plan. Going to be nothing but special guests, special segments, and lots of fun, brother. Are you ready?
Wrestlemania.
So I was thinking me and you are going to kind of touch on a few of the earlier matches and kind of talk about the pre-show a little bit. And then we're going to hop in with a couple of guests for some of the more juicy stuff on the show. And then, Clyde, you and I, brother, are going to close with the main events of the night. Are you ready, brother?
I'm ready. Let's get it, brother.
All right, man. Before we hop into the show, though, why don't you be so kind as to tell the people, the audience, baby, what's going to happen if this show, this channel, this podcast is lucky enough to hit 1,000 subscribers?
Well, we're going to get Dave over here in a nice, beautiful Elvis suit, and I guess you're wearing me out with the guitar, bud, but you got to hit me in the back. I can't take any more damage to the head now.
I will agree to hit you in the back as long as you agree to let me use an electric guitar. Sound good, brother?
Yeah, let's just get the 84 Chicago Bears, man.
Yeah, so where was you at yesterday? How was it at the Bunny Ranch, brother? We had, luckily, Jerry Negron was nice enough to join us on the show. And just tell us like a few little highlights. I know you can't get too explicit on the air, but what the hell was going on up there?
You know, everything was going real good, man, and I was doing my thing. Marlena was doing her thing. But Marlena was getting more women than me, so I had to get out of there. It was very depressing, brother.
Oh, wow. Ooh, yeah, madness at the ranch, brother. All right, so let's hop into a few of these WrestleMania matches, brother. I've been dying to hop in this with you, dude. I want to get your take on the matches and who you think is going to walk away with their hand held high at the end of the match. Are you ready to hop into this?
Yeah, let's roll them out.
All right, first we're going to hop into this match. It's like, I think it's on the pre-show, but it's for the Cruiserweight title. It's going to be Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese. And what's your thoughts on that one, brother? Who walks away victorious?
Well, first of all, I feel like the fans could, man. This could end up being a show still. I don't know how much time they're going to allow these guys, but I guess I'm going to pull for Buddy Murphy. Tony Nese just comes off like he's supposed to, like I'm better than you. Look at me, look at my abs kind of guy. So I think this match could be thrilling, man, but I hope they don't cut it too short. That could take away from possibly a 5-star match.
Yeah, it could be phenomenal, dude. And what I really like about the match too is the fact that that if like let's say you don't have the network or anything like that, you guys out there can check this match out on YouTube. It's on the pre-show. It's going to be free. It's going to be live streaming from WWE, and you get a chance to see Buddy Murphy, one of the most phenomenal athletes in the WWE in action, baby. So that's beautiful. And I think at the end of the match, we see Murphy walking away with his hand held high and his cruiserweight run intact, baby.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you there. Go ahead and quote me also as Buddy Murphy. I'm Team Murphy on that one.
Team Murphy, baby.
Yeah, dig it.
And so, let's go ahead and hop into this match here. I want to talk about this. We got the Fatal 4-Way match. They've kind of been building for this for a few weeks here. I guess for the last 2 weeks here. We got the Usos versus Black and Ricochet versus The Bar versus Nakamura and Rusev Day. How'd I do? Did I do good or no? I don't know.
Yeah, man. Speaking of that, all of our listeners, happy Rusev Day. David, you and the family there, have a happy Rusev Day also.
You as well. That's what I love about it's the best holiday to celebrate, brother, because every day is
Rusev Day.
Okay, no more singing, no more counting, and no more adding on the show, dude. We always make ourselves look horrible when we do that.
By God, Jerry Negron.
And so who do you think walks away victorious in this one, brother?
I'm kind of leaning towards Ricochet and Black, but at the same time, they could use this to start a feud between those. And the Usos just re-signed, I heard, to the WWE, so I think I'm going to take the Usos in this one.
I think I'm going to take the Usos also as like for my gut feeling, but what I want to see Nakamura and Rusev walk away with these championships, even though I don't think it's going to happen. So yeah, I'm right there with you, brother. I'm on Team Usos for this one. That's my pick for the match. And
when I say ooh, you say what?
So, yeah, that's not paranoia when the hair stands up on the back of your neck, baby. What is it?
So penitentiary.
That's right, brother. Yeah, so So after that, dude, I don't know the exact order of these matches, but here's the one I want to hop into. And we're going to see the return of the Demon, baby. Finn Balor versus Bobby Lashley for the Intercontinental Championship. And I don't see any way, dude, that Finn Balor doesn't walk away with this Intercontinental title. Like I said, I think they're building like a demon streak is what I think's happening here, brother. And I want to hear your thoughts on this.
Well, I tell you what, man, from the theater in me, I love the entrance. I love the paint. It's just old school wrestling. And I'm with you, man. You know, when he puts this paint on, he does not lose. So I see Finn walking out there with the Intercontinental Championship. You know, to make Bobby still look strong, Leo Rush could be the reason this goes bad. You know.
So you think Leo Rush could somehow like blow this like he did a few weeks back, I guess, in the last pay-per-view when Balor was able to actually get the pin on Rush in the three-way match?
Yeah, I really do, man. This could lead to. So I still want to believe that WWE has major plans for Bobby Lashley because I think he's a future champion, heavyweight champion.
Yeah, but like I said, I still see no way Balor doesn't walk away victorious in this one. And yeah, they should use Lashley in some other way. He could be in the, like you said, he could feud with Rollins or something after Rollins takes his title off Lesnar. In my opinion, you know, in months to come, Lashley has that look and that skill set to absolutely be placed in that role.
Yeah, and his promos are not as bad as people think. I know some of our listeners are TNA Impact fans, and they could tell you he cut some pretty good promos when he was in Impact.
Yeah, he did, brother. And speaking of Impact, we got a few special guests today that's going to come on the show, and hopefully they'll make a big impact. They're going to review the middle parts of the card with us, and Clyde, you're going to come back and finish the show up. Is that right, brother?
Sounds good to me, baby.
You got any words you want to share with Mr. Ronnie James or Mike Britt, because they're going to be on the air momentarily, and maybe when they run the show back, they'll hear your madness.
Well, big shout out to Ronnie James, the head creative genius of WWFLJ Maniacs. Good guy, man. I consider him my friend. Same thing with Mike Britt. Mike Britt, I need your Hasbro Jimmy Snuka.
Okay, yeah, guys, Hasbro Jimmy Snuka. Yeah, damn it, we don't want to hear about it. This is WrestleMania weekend, damn it. I want some energy. I want you to bring some heat with these guys. I thought you was going to say you're going to hit one of them with a chair or something, dude. I want to hear you talking about chair negotiations. No,
I'm saving the chair shot for you.
Oh, here we go.
Come Sunday, Dad.
All right, guys,
I'm coming over.
We got to take a quick commercial break, and after this, we will be right back with a special guest, brother.
Oh, yeah. Dig it. Dig it. Oh, yeah.
Come on down to the Undertaker's crematorium. Since 1984, digging holes and burning souls. Don't forget to ask about our group rates. Bring Grandma and Grandpa.
Oh, yes. Right.
All right. We're back after the quick commercial break there. And yeah, we got a special guest with us now, Mr. Mike Britt, coming all the way up from WrestleMania. And how's it going, brother? How's the climate up there?
Ooh, man, it's going good, man. I tell you, it's a little bit colder than I'm used to, though, man. But it's going great. Excited. We're having a great time, man, in the Big Apple.
Yeah, have you had any special moments up there, and have you actually ran into any of the superstars yet?
Man, believe it or not, man, last night we were sitting at the bar after we ate dinner down in the lobby of our hotel, and I peek over, and coming out the elevator was Braun Strowman, man.
Oh, so,
wow. Yeah, man. So I called him right before he was going on the Uber, man, getting on the Uber car. And he was pretty cool, man. He took pictures with me and my wife. So big dude, man. That's a big guy.
Two questions, brother. For one, did you catch these? Hopefully you didn't get these hands. And number two, was he wasn't getting into like a Toyota Prius Uber, was he?
No, he wasn't, man. He wasn't. I didn't get them hands either, thank God.
Thank God you didn't get the hands, brother, because I don't know if you'd have made it to Mania, man.
Woo, let me tell you, TV don't do any justice how big this guy is, man.
Man, I bet those hands look like sledgehammers, brother.
Oh, my God. Big meat hooks, brother.
So I'm glad to hear you're enjoying yourself up there at Mania, dude. And the other day you just cut out kind of out of nowhere, brother. We had no idea. We kind of always accused Clyde of being the one like living the jet-setting lifestyle, brother. But actually, it's Mike Britt that's got the Ric Flair in his blood, it seems.
Yes, sir. Super fan here, baby. I try to. I got the bug, man. I went last year, and now I'm going this year. And Tampa's going to be a little bit closer for me next year. So,
Yeah, man, actually,
I
of
might
all the
try to get it
shows,
next year.
I would love to make Tampa, man. I got family down in Tampa, and we was down there, I guess maybe about 18 months ago, man. Got to check out Clearwater Beach, got to go over and check out Hogan's Beach Shop. And man, I'll tell you, and I've been on several vacations, but that is the one place I can say I just did not want to leave when it was time to go, brother.
Oh man, Tampa is beautiful, man. I tell you, I live on the coast here, man, Gulf Coast in Mobile, Alabama. But the water, man, clear. The water there in Florida, just beautiful, man, breathtaking, crystal blue. The beaches are beautiful. Yes, and a real nice place, man.
It is, absolutely. And as far south as you are down there in Alabama, I mean, down there a little further south in Tampa, the weather's even better in the wintertime, you know?
Yeah, it is, man. That's what you call the snowbirds come, man. The
Snowbirds, brother, absolutely. So before we bore the people to sleep with our geographical talk, man, you want to go ahead and hop in? You want to go ahead and hop into a few of these WrestleMania matches? We was kind of hoping to have a few, different guests on today. We're just kind of reviewing, going down the card and reviewing a few matches with each guest. So we appreciate you taking a few moments to join us. And would you like to do that?
Yeah, man, let's get it on. I'm out, man.
All right, so for you, we have prepared this special list here. We want to talk about the Samoa Joe versus the Rey Mysterio match. Is that right?
Yeah, uh-huh.
And so what do you think about that match, man? I guess they finally got they've kind of been working that four-way angle for the last 6 weeks or so with R-Truth and with Andrade, Cien Almas, but I guess kind of now they've narrowed it down. They're going to let these two guys fight it out for this United States Championship. Is that right?
Yeah, that is. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
And so you got any thoughts on that one, or who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to walk away with the belt, brother?
Well, I tell you, I'd be very surprised if Rey Mysterio won. I really would. I love Rey Mysterio, man. He's a legend in the sport. He was an underdog at Mania and won the World Heavyweight Championship years back. But I don't know, man. Joe's just a killer, man. And I just believe Joe's going to end up being on top, man. I mean, he's great on the mic. He's a killer in the ring. And I think they haven't really tapped in what Joe's capable of in the WWE, my personal opinion.
Yeah, well said. I think this is like the Rey Mysterio run where he's just putting talent over it. Kind of seems like to me, and I agree with you, dude. I think this is Joe's time to shine, brother, and I think we see Joe getting his hand raised at the end of this one.
I think so too, man. I think it'll be a good match.
And I do too, brother. I can't wait. I'm so excited for Sunday, dude. And yeah, you're gonna be there. You lucky. I don't even want to get into that, brother. But yeah. So up next, I want to talk about this Kurt Angle and Baron Corbin match with you. And this is one me and Clyde have kind of been going back and forth for all week. Like, we think this is the segment that could be interrupted by like a John Cena or an Undertaker. Now, we could be wrong, but this, if something's going to happen, something like a surprise or something, this could be one of the segments where it happens. And what's your thoughts on that match?
I tell you what, I would definitely like to see that happen, man. I've been hearing a lot, rumors and buzz and people's opinions about, Cena taking the spot of Corbin, and I hope it happens, man. I really do, because I just don't seem like a suitable opponent for Angle on his last match, and it makes sense because it comes full circle with John. So I hope that happens, and from what I hear, John's going to be there. So I hope that does happen, man. It'll be a nice little surprise.
Yeah, absolutely, and also the Elias segment will leave the door open for for one of them to appear also.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And so the match I was really wanting to talk to you about, brother, and this is one I'm going to be honest, I wasn't that invested in, but now they've added a few stipulations to it, and there's been a few more promos and a few more weeks to build it up. This is the Triple H and Batista match, and like I said at first, I guess because the match kind of came from out of nowhere, I really wasn't invested in it. But over the last few weeks, I can say it's kind of grown on me, brother, and I'm kind of looking forward to this one.
I am too, man. I am too. I was a Batista fan back in the day when he was in Evolution, and they had a great storyline when eventually Hunter and Randy and Rick turned on them, and the push they gave Batista and him winning the championship. I thought that was really good, man. So, Batista's expressed how much he wanted to work with Triple H again. I don't think it's going to be the best in-ring match, but I think it's going to be pretty good, man. He's a huge star, Guardians of the Galaxy. I think he's going to work on another one. So I think it could be good. But I'll tell you what I think is going to happen, man. I think it'd be kind of cool if Flair interfered, man, and cost Batista the match and Triple H wins. Nobody's seen Flair since he's been beat up by Batista. So it'd be cool to see him run out and low blow Batista or something like that. And Triple H get the victory.
Well said. I didn't even think about that happening. But yeah, that could absolutely happen. And wouldn't that be beautiful? Because who doesn't love Ric Flair, baby? You know what I mean? And since you brought that up, dude, and do you care to go ahead and just relax for 5 to 10 seconds and share in our random Ric Flair segment of the day with us, brother?
Oh, I would love to.
All right, thank you. Here we go.
Let's be realistic for a minute. Am I cooking, huh? I mean, take a look at this, huh? Is this what's happening in professional wrestling, huh? Very cocky. A lot of charisma. The most well-known, the best-looking, the best-dressed, custom-made clothes, gold around my neck, Rolex watch around my wrist.
Woo! Yeah, that's our random Ric Flair segment of the day, and yeah, you brought up Ric Flair, brother, so we just had to roll it, dude. And that's awesome. I would like to see Flair interrupt that match. I'm invested. I'm ready to see this, and I'll say this: Batista is a much bigger star on the big screen and in the wrestling ring than this Colin Chi and Michael Yost that they got going on this Saturday Night Live match. So yeah, props to Batista, and hopefully they put on a good show for us, brother.
Yeah, I think it will be, man. I think it'd be pretty cool.
And so before we hop off here today, Mike, we got a few other guests. We got a few other things we're going to hop into today, and we appreciate you taking a few moments to join us. But before we hop out, do you have any closing thoughts or anything you want to share with us?
No, I don't, man. We just get off the subway in just a minute, man. We're going to walk around New York a little bit. This place is amazing, man. But tonight we're going to All Access, and I'll be posting a few pics of some of the stars I meet and stuff like that, man.
Oh, wow. Sounds great. And yeah, for those of you listening out there that don't know, you can find those pics on the WWF LJ and Maniacs group on Facebook. And yeah, thanks for listening to us, and thanks for joining us today, Mike. We appreciate it, brother.
Hey, brother. Appreciate you having me.
All right, guys, we're going to step away for a quick word from our sponsors, but we'll be right back after these messages. So, yeah. Thanks again, Mike, brother.
Oh, you're welcome, brother.
Come on down and see us. It's Fat Jimmy and Fat Jamie's Spandex Repair and Reinforcement Service. We've been repairing and reinforcing all your spandex needs since 1994. You tell them, Fat Jamie.
And hurry and get down before it's too late. They put us in a mental ward.
Yeah, to get a hold of us, just press 666 on your telephone. And we're back. Wow, another commercial break, another great guest, and now we're back with yet another great guest. With us now is our good friend Ronnie James. What is up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Big Money? How you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good, dude. Just living the dream here in beautiful Louisville, Kentucky. A little bit overcasty today, but we're another day closer to Wrestlemania, so I can't complain, brother.
Oh, I can't wait. It's the best week of the year.
Best week of the year. That's right, Dave. Best day ever, dude. SpongeBob SquarePants style, brother. I'll take it, man.
Oh, it's the Super Bowl of our sport.
It is, dude. And, I was looking at some stuff the other day. I seen did you know that the WrestleMania is more valuable than the World Series? Did you know that?
Yeah, I believe that 100% because you got to look every week. Like Monday Night Raw has bigger ratings than any NBA or baseball game during the week also. So yeah, I believe that 100%. I do.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's crazy when how far wrestling has come. Since the early '80s. When they was just traveling around and kind of doing smaller shows to what it is now, just a global thing. You know what I mean? It's just crazy, dude. It's beautiful, really.
Well, the technology and the social media, man, it blew it up worldwide now. It's a phenomenon.
Absolutely, dude. Speaking of a phenomenon, do you want to hop into a few of these phenomenal matches from WrestleMania and kind of I would love to hear your thoughts on a few of them, brother.
Hey, I'll do my best. I'm ready.
All right, man. Yeah. Here we go. I want to hop into this one, man. What do you think about this Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre match? Are you invested at all? And what do you think about this entire angle?
I like the match because it's two big, strong, fast, versatile, powerful guys. I see it. I'm invested in it like that, like from the athlete side of the things. But the storyline, not so much. I think it just went too fast. They put it together way too fast and didn't really give us a story like I wanted. But as to see them two athletes to get in the ring and go at it, I can't wait.
Dude, well said. I agree with your thoughts on that. I mean, I kind of think this happens sometimes at WrestleMania season. It seems like they kind of have to rush these storylines because I think they have like 16, 17 matches on Sunday, so they don't always have time to develop everything, which kind of sucks because Drew McIntyre and Roman Reigns are two of the biggest stars on the roster. They should have maybe had more time to develop this. But as far as seeing them go in the ring, absolutely, man. Two of the best athletes in the company, and they ought to put on a good show, hopefully.
Oh, it's going to be beautiful. It's going to be a lot of hard hitting. It's going to be like a power pack football game.
So who do you got, Roman or Drew, brother?
I got Drew McIntyre to win this match. That's who they need to let him finally he has to win. His storyline has to continue. Maybe a rivalry with Rollins after he wins the belt, hopefully. But McIntyre has to win, or he's always going to be at the same level throughout his career. It's time for McIntyre to shine.
It's like now or never, brother. Running out of runway
Now
with
or never.
McIntyre, brother. That's right, man.
Yes.
That's right, brother. I got you.
Now or never.
Well said, brother. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Drew raising his hand either. And like you said, that would unfold perfectly for like a Seth versus Drew angle in the future, like building towards the next pay-per-view after Mania. Well said, brother.
I can see it.
And so up next, here's a match that I'm truly invested in. I can't lie. I'm a huge Miz mark. I'm a huge Shane O'Mac mark. And this match ought to be phenomenal, I think, dude. And what do you think about this Miz versus Shane O'Mac match, baby?
I'm a big fan of The Miz. I've called him the modern-day Ric Flair. His suit game is always on point. His mic game is on point. He got a hot-ass wife on point. He reminds me of Ric Flair so much. But in Shane Mack, he's the craziest. Even though he wasn't always a wrestler or a professional wrestler his whole career, he is the craziest superstar maybe on the whole roster. So you're going to get something huge, and it's going to be a big time. Something big is going to happen in that match. I promise you that. On the biggest stage of them all, Shane O'Mac does something crazy.
He does, dude. Over or under, number of coast to coast Shane O'Mac tries in this match. Over or under. What's the number?
I say 3-1.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm right there in that range too, brother. I think if we hit 3, I'm going to be surprised. But yeah, I think we see 2 at least.
It's going to be great, man. I believe it's going to be entertaining. If not anything, it's going to be entertaining.
And so before we hop in, you was talking about like craziness and madness in that match, like Shane O'Mac being the most insane person on the roster. There's this insane person, dude, that just keeps like stalking our show, dude. He has some horrible thoughts for us, like he wants us to cancel the show. And do you care to listen to this segment with us today real quick before we hop into the final match?
I would love to.
Yeah, man, here we go. This is, it's not looking good for us, brother. 1 second here. Yeah, so evidently this gentleman, he does this every week, dude. But here we go. Here we go, Ronnie, brother.
Where the fuck you get off talking to people about me behind my back going over my head?
What people?
What people would you think I wasn't gonna find out? You said I'm bringing heat on you? I gotta listen to people because of your fucking shit? You're ordering me out? You better get your own fucking army, pal. I don't know whether you noticed or not, but you only have your fucking casino because I made that.
Yeah, dude. So, it's not looking good, dude.
Damn, not at all.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the Italian mafia, brother.
I know. Clyde said, man, we got to take care of these people, dude, that don't like the show. I said, I'm just putting a shout out right now, letting everybody know on the record, we're in a bad way with some even worse people, brother. So if...
Man, yeah, hey, the mob's coming, man, it looks like.
Yeah, dude. So I guess since this might be our last show, you never know when we'll come up missing. Do you want to go ahead and hop into this fatal 4-way women's championship match?
Hey, I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right, so it's actually kind of developed into a pretty cool angle. It's going to be Sasha and Bayley versus Beth and Natty versus Nia and Tamina versus the Iconics in what should be an action-filled match. And do you have any thoughts in who you think will, and I'd also like to know who you think will walk away with the belts at the end of the match?
Big Money, I'm not really into the Beth Phoenix thing because maybe it might have been I'd never been in Beth Phoenix beforehand, before she retired. So that angle, I am kind of bored with the Beth Phoenix thing. Like,
you're not feeling the glamour, Ron? You're not feeling the glamour.
No, I'm not. I don't feel her. I don't feel her at all. I never have. I never will. I never have. I never will. But I'm going to tell you what. The best thing that WWE possibly can do with that match is let the Iconics walk out of WrestleMania with the Women's Tag Team Championship.
Hot take.
Period.
Rack him, brother. Rack him right there. You really think so? And why do you think that would be good for the company? I'm just curious.
I'm going to let you know. Everybody loves Bayley and Sasha Banks. But there's been too much hugging and kissing going on with them too. I think that storyline, and I think that is getting bored with everybody. You know, you only can like so much hugging in the world, okay? I think they're getting bored, and I think the Iconics playing such great heels that they do would create more attention to the Women's Tag Team Championship with the Iconics carrying them belts.
Ronnie, can I ask you a question, brother?
Yeah, yep.
Do you need a hug?
No, I don't want no hug. I don't want. Hey, I'll take a hug from. Hey, I'll hug Bailey.
Hey, no, but I can see what you're saying. I see where you're coming from, but we're going to have to agree to disagree on this one, brother. For whatever reason, I just think that like that the Boston Hug Connection are getting ready to go on like a monstrous title run, like over 200 days. That's just my personal guess, because I think they're the first people to ever have this belt, and WWE wants like women in the future to look back and say like, yeah, we want to be like the Boston Hug Connection. You know, we want to have this title for 200 days or whatever. I think they want to build something like iconic. not to use them, but they want to build something good with these girls here. That's just my take on it.
I can't wait till Monday. If you only have me on the show for 1 second, I guarantee you the Iconics will be women's tag team champions.
Okay, brother. Hey, we'll have to monitor that throughout the weekend. And yeah, and either way, we'll have you on Monday to kind of see what happened with that match. Okay, how's that sound, brother?
I love it. Yeah, that sounds real good. Yep.
All right, man. So we're kind of running along on our segment today because we got lots of guests, lots of madness to get into today. But we do appreciate you taking time to hop on with us with the crew, brother. And I was just curious, can you share maybe a few of your favorite WrestleMania moments with us before we hop out for today?
I would love to. I would absolutely love to. The greatest match of all time in Ronnie James's life that he ever watched in WrestleMania. WrestleMania 3, Macho Man Randy Savage versus Ricky the Dragon Steamboat was my favorite match of all time. And I'll tell you one more. When Hulk Hogan, I was a Hulkamaniac my whole life, okay? When Hulk Hogan faced the Ultimate Warrior at WrestleMania, I believe 7, it was the first time that you actually felt guilty rooting against Hogan. It was the first time that I ever kind of like cheated on Hulk Hogan. I love the Ultimate Warrior. Them two matches my favorite of all time. But like I said, it felt weird, man, because you felt guilty wanting the Warrior to win that match.
You know what's funny, dude, that you say that, and I honestly can say now that you say that, I think I did the same thing, man. You almost felt like you was like cheating as a child, man. Like you was like, man, am I actually going to do this? Am I actually going to do this?
You're going back 50 times in your head during the match, before the match, after the match. I mean, it was the first time that anybody wrestled anybody that made you feel guilty, period.
Well said, brother. Well said. And having said that, man, we're going to go ahead and hop off for today with you, brother. You got any closing thoughts before we hop out to a quick commercial break?
Hey, everybody. Join WWF LJN Maniacs on Facebook. It's the hottest group. It's the hottest thing going today.
Hey, well said, brother. Check it out. Dig it, because that's where the cream of the crop plays, brother. Hey, thanks for joining us today, Ronnie. We're going to hop out to a quick commercial break, and we'll talk to you soon, brother.
All right, big buddy.
Hey, this is the champ, Rocky Balboa. Come check me out at my new house of music at the corner of 4th and Cedar in Philadelphia. We got 6-string, 6-shooters, something for the wife, something for the kids. Check us out. It's Honky Tonk Man and Rocky Balboa's House of Music. You tell them, Honk.
If you need a certain somebody hit over the head with a guitar, you come check out me and Balboa for all your guitar smashing needs, baby.
That's right, the corner of 4th and Cedar in Philadelphia. Come see us, baby. Way back. Lots of madness today, brother. Hey man, what do you think? What do you think about all the commercials today, brother? All the special segments, all the special commercials we've had here today for Mania.
Well, we're definitely over budget. You know, we might not even make it through next week with this. I heard it was Jake the Snake, The Undertaker, Paul Bearer. I mean, this is major. There's no telling what it costs to get The Undertaker.
Yeah, Fat Jimmy was nice enough to grace us with an ad today, dude. It's been a beautiful day today.
I'm a little concerned with Fat Jimmy and Jamie because they seem like shysters, man. They might try to pull a lawsuit on us.
Yeah, well, I've actually called them. I had a little bit of spandex I needed repaired, brother. So who better to call than Fat Jimmy and Fat Jamie, because they come to you. You know?
Yeah. I'm a little concerned, man. I don't know if I want them showing up at my door. Those guys are scary.
Yeah, man. So we're going to close out the show here today with, these are the 4 matches I've kind of highlighted as the main 4 kind of we was ready to see, brother. And so I wanted to close out the show with those. But before we do, dude, do you want to hop in and play? This is your favorite segment of the day and my favorite segment of the day. And I was just curious if you want to hop in and take a moment to play it. Are you ready, brother?
Are we playing,
You're supposed to say it. We're playing. I'll say it, okay, dude. Since you didn't say it, since you blew the cue. No, we're not re-recording this. Damn it. Here we go. We're playing Random Wrestling Knowledge with Clyde. Are you ready, brother?
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Audience, feel free to play along at home. Every day we ask Clyde 3 random wrestling-related questions, and they're coming from out of nowhere. And yeah, so we'll get started. We'll roll right into this in the honor of WrestleMania season. Let's start with question number 1. Are you ready, brother?
Let's do it.
What was the date? What was the date of WrestleMania 1?
Yeah, let's see. March 31st, 1984, maybe. Final answer.
Mr. Producer Man, show me March 31st, 1984. No, dude, you're making us look bad here at WrestleMania weekend. Actually, you was damn close, so, maybe you get like an E for effort. March 31st, 1985, brother.
Santa Maria.
Son of a biscuit. All right. Yeah, okay, so not bad. 0 for 1, here we go, but you was close. Okay, here we go. Maybe you can get this one right. What was the first WrestleMania held outside of the United States of America?
That would be Toronto, Canada.
And do you know what WrestleMania it was?
I believe it was WrestleMania 6,
Ooh,
brother.
the bonus point. Let's ask the Mr. Producer Man. Mr. Producer Man, show me Toronto, Canada, WrestleMania 6.
Mario!
It's me, Mario!
Mario!
Yeah, how's it feel, brother? 1 for 2 today, and you was close on the other one, so you could easily be 2 for 2 with a bonus point. We usually don't have a damn bonus point, but you got one today. So,
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with my performance today.
Are you ready for question number 3?
Let's do it, brother.
Coming at you, fast and furious, brother. Here we go. What was the last WrestleMania where the WWE used the WWF moniker? When was the last WrestleMania?
I want to say that it was WrestleMania 19. That's my final answer.
Mr. Producer Man, show me WrestleMania 19.
Son of a biscuit.
Yeah, it was actually WrestleMania 18. You was so close to going 3 for 3 today, brother. And just so you know, if this makes you feel any damn better, I would have been 0 for 3 today.
It's okay. My mind's boggling, baby.
Make you sleep a little better at night, brother.
It's okay, man.
Yeah, so before everybody turns the damn show off, and because of our antics and madness here, do you want to go ahead and close out the show with these last few matches we've been dying to get into and give our thoughts and our opinions on who's going to win it?
Yeah, let's roll them matches out.
First up, we got AJ Styles versus Randy Orton, brother, and in an angle that has just unfolded beautifully over the last few weeks on television here. And what's your thoughts on this, and who do you think walks away the winner?
I'm looking at this as one of the matches. It's just the storytelling. I love all the realism, the little subtle jabs. I just love it, man. And I'm looking for AJ Styles to win this. He's re-signed with WWE. I don't see him losing this match.
Yeah, well said, dude. My thoughts exactly. We've kind of touched on this match a little bit, leading up to WrestleMania, and absolutely, dude. AJ's restyled. You like that one? AJ's re-signed. Randy Orton just got the best of AJ on the final segment on SmackDown this week, so I think we're definitely heading to see AJ with his handheld high at the end of this one, brother.
Should be phenomenal.
Absolutely. It might be. And so after that, I want to talk about this match. What do you think about the Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins match, and who do you think walks away victorious at the end of this one?
I hope Brock Lesnar destroys him, maybe in 20, 30 seconds. That's what I'm going for, to get this match out of the ring and move on to something else.
Let's just move on to something we care about, damn it. Yeah, absolutely. I hope Brock does destroy Seth. That's what I would love to see, but I'm going to say, unfortunately, and you can feel free to cut the show off after this, I'm saying Seth Rollins wins this one.
No!
No!
No, we didn't agree. I don't want to talk to you for a month.
I said Seth Rollins wins this one. This music just starts playing automatically, just repeatedly. I can't control it, damn it. It's like, I don't know what's going on.
And that's your final answer.
And that's the bottom line. No, so, I think Seth wins that one, dude. Let's go ahead and, before we get too carried away today, I know we're both in a good mood. It's time for the weekend. We got just a few minutes left of the show, brother. Let's try to keep the train on the tracks just for a couple more minutes, brother, if we can, all right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, dude. So after that, I know they're closing with this in Mania, but we're not. Unfortunately, we're not. But let's talk about this: Charlotte versus Becky versus Ronda. What do you think's going to happen? And this is like a unification match, here. So what do you think's going to happen, brother?
This is the second. This is my second match that I'm really interested in the most.
Well, that's why I saved the one you're most interested for last, obviously, dude.
Here's my prediction, brother. I see a knockdown, drag out. these gals are going to do whatever they can to steal the show, and they probably will. But I see something happening after everybody's beat and down. Whoever I see, Ronda maybe winning, and then I see Alexa Bliss interjecting herself into this match, and she's going to be the last one standing in WrestleMania.
Yeah, well said, dude. And yeah, I could see it happening like that, but I'm just going to give my opinion like as if no one's going to interrupt. And if nobody interrupts this match, we see Becky Lynch walk away at the end of it with her hand held high and like a unified women's champion. And if Ronda does step away for a little bit after this, then we'll have Becky kind of floating back and forth from show to show to kind of carry the brand for a while. And I think she can handle that role, brother. She's kind of, her star is shining bright right now, brother. And what better time than now to give her a chance to run with it.
Fair enough, gentlemen. Fair enough.
Fair enough, gentlemen. Yeah. So before we hop off here for the day, brother, I want to hop into this match, and this is I know in your opinion and in a lot of people's opinion, this is the main event. Although what is going on with the women is magical and special, and really deserves a lot of attention for actually being the real main event. But the angle I'm most invested in is this Kofi Kingston Daniel Bryan match, and what's your thoughts on that? Who's going to walk away victorious, brother?
Kofi Mania. I'm going with Kofi Kingston, man. It's time. It's time. The crowd this past Tuesday in Baltimore was off the charts. I hope some of that leaks over to New Jersey. I think if they I hope they give them some time. I want them to give 30 minutes, and this will be talked about as one of the greatest matches of all time. I really believe, and I got that much confidence in both of those gentlemen.
Yeah, well said, dude. Hopefully they do get like the 30 minutes, but I just have trouble believing that they will get that much time, just knowing that there's, I think 17 matches are now on the card, and it's just like, hopefully none of this feels rushed, especially the moments that we need to be magical, baby, because that's more important than having more matches, in my opinion.
Yeah, I believe that the show is going to be over 6 hours. It's going to be an actual record.
Wow. Well, it's going to be beautiful, man. 6 hours. And, yeah, hopefully I'm pulling for Kofi in this one. And I'm going to go ahead and go on the line here, dude. I'm saying Kofi walks away victorious. After WrestleMania, we have Kofi Kingston, WWE Champion.
And WrestleMania 35 will forever be known as Kofi Mania.
Dig it, brother. Yes, so
yeah.
Great show today, dude. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Ronnie James, Mike Britt, Clyde, as usual. Thank you for joining us. Going to go ahead and hop out. We're going to catch you guys after WrestleMania. But, yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy the show. Hopefully you guys enjoy WrestleMania. And if you got anything, leave it for us in the comments. We'd appreciate it. And, Clyde, do you want to go ahead and put a bow on today's episode, brother?
Yeah, a quick sidebar. They released a statue of Roddy Piper last night. That's pretty interesting. Everybody check that out. And we're going to share this podcast like we always do on our Facebook affiliate pages. Also, if you like us, let us know. Hit the subscribe button. That would really help. We're going to be doing some giveaways very, very soon. And if you don't like us, let us know. Hit us with the King Kong Bundy Splash for the 5 count. And this will be on the Bliss Army page, Becky Lynch Mob, Hitman Heart Fan Club, Kofi Kingston Club, I Heart Pro Wrestling, Carlitos Caribbean Cool Cabana, Wrestling is Our Passion, Wrestling Unleashed, All Access Indie Wrestling, WWF LJ Maniacs, All Elite Wrestling in Capitals, Let's Get Rowdy With It, and the WWE Retro Figure Fan Club.
Brother, I appreciate you having that list ready every day at the end of the show, because I know you don't have a damn thing else ready, no preparation, but you got that list. Hey, for you having that list, brother, you've just made my list, so thank you very much. And for you guys out there listening, if you like us, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe, put us over. If you don't like us, let us know. We'll do a job for you on your show. It's the way we roll right here on this podcast. And having said that, guys, we will catch y'all on the next one.
Oh, yeah.